The working context of Pakistani teachers. It is very evident that the working context of different nationalities in the world is different. And so is the working context of the Pakistani teacher very different for somebody who is living in some other part of the world. Not only the working context of Pakistani teacher is different in comparison to the teachers in the world, but it is also different in Pakistan. Maybe in one city or one province, the context of Pakistani teacher would be different than the Pakistani teacher living in another city or town or village. It will be also different in respect of the institution. The context of the Pakistani teacher working in a public school would be different from the one who is working in the private school. The context of the Pakistani teacher who is owning the school would be totally different from the one who is just an employee in the school. So there are many diversities and different angles to look at the context of a Pakistani teacher. We as a whole need to understand what are the barriers for a Pakistani teacher in the context of working in a Pakistani school, whether owned by the teacher or whether hired by the school authorities, whether working in a private school or a public school or a government school, whether working in a big city, a small city, a town, a village, or whether just were having the experience of working in many places, at different schools, mixed schools, big schools, small schools. So everywhere there will be a reference of the context of that particular institution and the location of the school. Usually, a teacher is expected to be a social activist leader. Why social? Because he or she is the part of the society and has to expand the social relations in the society. Activist because needs to be active in all roles, because a teacher has many roles to display, that of a friend, that of a leader, that of a guide, that of a mother or a father, that of a friend. So there are many roles the teacher has to take the guise of in order to be a perfect person, to instill values and culture in the learner's personality. Leader. A teacher is also expected to be a leader. Why? Because he is going to lead the younger generation to a direction which he thinks will be good for the learners to go to. Therefore, the leader has to think, the leader has to form some theories, the leader has to make some policies and laws and rules in order to lead the rest of the people in the group. So, with the combination of these three roles, such as social, activist leader, we come to the conclusion that the teacher has a lot of work on his shoulder. He has to develop social relationships with the students, their families, their parents, the community members, the community leaders, those who are around the school, and then be a very active leader in order to lead the people to the direction which he thinks is right for them and is for their betterment.